everyone, this is Veronica and today we are going to talk about National Clean Air Program. So we'll discuss in detail about the features of this program as well as we'll analyze this program, like how good this idea is, right? So for my video updates, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and PDF will be uploaded on my Telegram channel. So guys, this is a channel StudyIQ. If you're preparing for any government exam, our pen drive and tablet courses are available. For additional information, you can call us on these numbers or you can visit our website. So first of all, why it is relevance, what is the relevance of this topic in exams, and see from UPSC CSC perspective, the paper 3 environment, it is very important because all this topic is related to air pollution, and any question could be asked, like air pollution is in news from many years in our country and there's a huge environment problem we are facing as a country. And then at objective level, this NCERT, that is National Clean Air Program, what is it, its features are very important. And subjective level, its mandate and effectiveness, and your opinion could be asked about this policy, how effective is this policy, right? So we'll discuss this, and after this lecture I hope you will be able to answer. I'll give you a question, mains question in the end also. So right now, why it is in news? Because from long time we were actually waiting for such a policy to come up, and finally it is there, and it is National Clean Air Program. So this is the first ever effort in our country that our country has framed a national framework for air quality management with time bound reduction target. So we have some targets now, that too they are time bound. So now let's see, in brief I have given you some points, like what are the features of this program. So see, NACP is proposing a framework and they are trying to achieve a national level target. So see, what is the target here? That they have to reduce 20 to 30% of particulate matter 2.5, particulate matter 10. So now what is this particulate matter? So these are like the small particles which have a size of like 2.5 micron to 10 micron here we are talking. So see, they are so small that we can inhale them, they can go into our lungs, they can even mix with our bloodstream. So if small particulate materials like lead, cadmium, it get mixed with our bloodstream, it causes lot of health impact, negative health impact on our body. So definitely it is a source of pollution, this is a cause of pollution, and we need to reduce this particulate matter from the air that we inhale daily. So that is what the target is, 20 to 30% reduction in particulate matter 2.5 and then particulate matter 10 also. 2.5 is so highly dangerous and even 10 is very dangerous too. So the concentration between 2017 to 2024 should be decreased, because NACP has been talked before also, but now the first year action plan will be 2019 is the first year. So we'll talk for the next 5 years now. And here the government, it has an approach to include collaborative, multi-scale and cross-sectoral process. This will be the approach, and how we will be able to achieve by integrating different and relevant central ministries. We have to collaborate, all the ministries, central ministries need to collaborate, state governments and local bodies. So here the picture is also given, so we'll talk a bit in detail. As I already told you about the target, you need to remember here. Then you should know who will execute this this program. So see, CPCB, that is Central Pollution, here it is written, that is Central Pollution Control Board. Let me write here, Central Pollution Control Board, right? So it will be the executing agency, and with the section 162B of Air Prevention Control Pollution Act 1986, it is executed, right? And then if we talk about the budget, we'll talk in separately also. So it's rupees 300 crore for now, and this plan is including 102 non-attainment cities. Here it is written 100, but it is like 100 to 102. Okay, 102 non-attainment cities, so across 23 states and union territories, and these are identified by CPCB on the basis of their air quality data between 2011 and 2015. Right? So what are these non-attainment cities? So these are the cities those which have been consistently showing poorer air quality than the national ambit air quality standards. So especially which special cities are there which are always in news? Delhi is there, then your Varanasi is showing very poor air quality, Bhopal is showing, Kolkata, Noida, Muzaffarpur, then Mumbai and Mumbai, right? So let me rub this. So you got which cities are there which are showing? So these are identified by CPCB. Now as per part of this program, the center is also planning to scale up the quality monitoring network across India. So at least 4,000 monitors are needed across the country instead of existing. So right now we are having only 101 real air quality monitors. So we need at least 4,000, right? So this plan proposes a 3-tier system. So what is this 3-tier system? Like including real-time physical data collection. So what is it? First is real-time data collection, that you are collecting the data. Then there is physical data collection, there is data archiving, and an action trigger system in all 102 cities. Besides, extensive plantation plans, research and clean technologies will be adopted. Landscaping of major arterial roads and stringent industrial standards will be adopted. Now it also proposes a state level plans also. So there will be e-mobility in two-wheeler sector, rapid augmentation of charging infrastructure, and even for public transportation they need to boost some basal level 6 norms, right? Now there will be various committees also. The national plan has proposed setting up of Apex committee. So there will be setting up of Apex committee under environment minister as steering committee. Under secretary will be there, and a monitoring committee under a joint secretary. So there would be project monitoring committees at state level with scientists and trained personals. So this is all about the features of this program. Now what are the benefits? So there are certain benefits, because definitely we were waiting for this, and this is a good practice of setting air pollution reduction target. The features are very good, and with this it will help us to decide like what kind of action is needed at local, regional and state level. So we could plan better for effective air quality, effective control of our reduction targets also. So this is a very beneficial program, and now we will analyze it. So while analyzing, you can say it seems like a good idea, but there is a weak mandate. So we'll try to analyze it that way. We'll see the positives and negative. Positives, obviously when we are talking about benefits, there are positives, but let's see in a critical manner also, like if there are any loopholes in this policy. So somewhere there is a need for stronger mandate. So how? See, NACP will not be notified under Environment Protection Act or any other act to create a firm mandate with a strong legal backup implementation, and there is no particular time-bound manner for effective reduction also. Then NACP has also mentioned that only CPCB will execute this nationwide program, right? But they must have included the clear pathways, that is not there. And then your Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climatic Change has not drawn upon the precedence of the notification of graded response action plan or comprehensive action plan under Environment Protection Act in Delhi and NCR. So there are no clear action or response plans also. And in its features, it seems like an advisory body. So if NACP remains an advisory body, so why will anything change? If it is only there to get advices, who will bring in changes? Who will implement the process? Who will fast track the process? So the past experience shows that the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climatic Change and the CPCB have asked non-compliant cities to prepare action plans from time to time. So what they are doing, their past history shows that they are only giving advices to the states that prepare some plan, but again these these cities are totally non-compliant of the orders given by the ministry. Now, legal backup for a plan also becomes important, not only to establish more enforceable mandate but also to ensure interministerial coordination, which is not there. Presently, there is no legal backup for such things. So, this reduces this program to an advisory body. So, how can we measure effectiveness? If you need a litmus test for effectiveness of this program, how it can be done? So, see, NACP has certainly helped kickstart the much awaited good practice of setting air pollution reduction targets. The biggest advantage of such target is that it helps decide level of stringency, like what type of actions are needed at local and regional level, right? So it is interesting that NACP has cited, they have given example of Beijing, that they have succeeded in reducing their particulate matter 2.5 and 2.5 by 33% in 5 years. So they are citing an example of Beijing also. So in this way, NACP must sensitize these cities. What they need to sensitize these cities about: scale, depth, and strictness of action, with detailed pathways. So they should tell the states, not only advise the state, they should give a detailed plan to these particular states, pathways for clean energy and mobility transition, waste, dust management and control of combustion sources to meet this target in Beijing and other Chinese cities. How they have done, you should also give clear pathways to your states. So this is one thing, how you can do this litmus test, like how you can bring in more effectiveness in this program. And this could only be done when there is multi-tiered accountability in the system, under which various level of government could be held legally accountable for shrinking responsibilities. So if a city, there is a mistake in part of city, you should have a legal backup. And when there is some problem at the state level, if some officer is at problem, accountability should be there. Unless there is no accountability, there is no effectiveness. So how can we join all the critical dots to bring clarity to implement this program? So see, it is encouraging to see that NCERT this time has listed comparatively more comprehensive action points, because earlier they have this 42 action points of CPCB, which was put out earlier and was not so effective. Now this time, when NCERT will have to be sure about strategies for implementation with detailed indicators to enhance the potential impacts. Now for instance, in case of vehicular pollution, so the main body of the plan has ignored the mobility and transportation totally, and there is no urban planning strategies. So then fortunately, in the end of this program, if you read it properly, the broadsheet of action at the end, they have listed public transport and transit-oriented development policies and non-motorized transport. So these will have to be detailed out with clear pathways, which I already told you that government need to see what is the clear pathway, and they need to decide the milestones and integrate it well with the NCERT strategies. So these milestones which will be decided by the government, they should integrate well with NCERT strategies. Now NCERT will also have to be more active and adopt appropriate approaches for small and big cities. So there should be a customized approach. Not all the cities have same pollution problems, not all the cities have same sources for pollution. So customized strategy for each state should be there. So like for big and small cities, according to their dominant pollution profile, the policies should be made. Now I already talked about fiscal strategy should be there, because right now they have given a pittance of only 300 crore. Right, so the most baffling part of NCERT is absence of robust fiscal and funding strategy. They have not, if this is completed, and what will be the next course of fiscal strategy. So it is not clear if the proposed allocation is one-time exercise or continuous support. So NCERT will require long-term commitment and support. So this is very important. And then comes your polluter pay. So you need the polluters to pay. So it is very surprising that NCERT has not provided for innovative financing mechanisms at central or state city level. So it has not taken on board the polluter pay based taxation mechanism to mobilize resources. Now it should have taken the precedence for emerging practices in country like pollution cess in Delhi. So there's a pollution cess in Delhi on truck entry, big diesel cars and diesel fuel sales, and coal cess to generate dedicated funds to finance clean air action plan. So such a thing should have been incorporated in this program also, because such funds should be managed through unified window for the purpose of admissible pollution control activities, which should have been included in the action plan. But there's one good thing that in this NCERT they have taken health on board. So how? Just see, even though these NCERT continues to express skepticism about the existing health impact studies and evidences, it is encouraging to see that it has finally proposed support for health impact studies. So they want to integrate, want to see how what is the health database, how it is affecting the health of the people. They have recommended support for studies on health and economic impact of air pollution also. They are integrating themselves with ICMR with special focus on air pollution and health. So this is a good thing. So we have discussed the benefits, we have analyzed this topic critically also, like what are the loopholes, what have been left in this program. So what could be the way forward? Now see, air pollution is the top killer today. Under 5 children, the ailing, elderly and the poor are most vulnerable. Air pollution control cannot remain only a policy intent. So local and national action requires teeth and grit to make difference and save lives. It can not only remain as a political intent. Now NCERT should not become only a top-down perspective approach. In fact, with the federal structure, NCERT, while ensuring compliance, will also have to create enough room for tighter action that can even be stronger. They can, because as I told you, their policies shows that they are just an advisory body. So advisory body won't be able to do much. So therefore you need some tighter action that can even be stronger. And state governments and city authorities should be encouraged and enabled to take those extra steps to meet the local targets. You should empower them with the powers that they should take extra steps to meet the local targets or the targets that have been set up by this program NCERT, right? So this is about this program, and this is the question you can attempt. So the results of there's a study, Lancet Planetary Health Study. They are very disquieting, for they point to a looming public health emergency that necessitates a renewed focus on mitigating the hazards of air pollution in India. So you need to discuss and critically analyze government policy. So that is why I critically analyze this topic. You need to critically analyze the government policies for dealing with the crisis, right? So PDF will be uploaded on the Telegram channel. Thank you.